welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shayna J here. So I know I'm like super duper close, like all up in your shit, but today we have the highly requested eyebrow tutorial. I'm going to leave a picture somewhere over here of the picture that I posted that I mentioned that I used Got To Be and soap to, you know, get my new brow routine, and everybody was like, hey yo bitch, we needs that. The streets need it. So here I am recording it for you guys. Before I go ahead and continue, make sure you comment down below, subscribe, and like this video. Also, if you love this video, then go ahead and share it with your friends, your family, your neighbors, people that need help with their brows, people that need help with their wigs, or whatever the case may be. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you're gonna need for this soap brow slash got to be technique is soap, obviously. I use the what is this, the pear soap. It has to be transparent soap, because if it's any type of soap like Dove or like Irish Spring or any soap that has like a color to it, it will leave like a really white like cast on your brows, and you don't want that. As I was kind of perfecting my brow routine, I noticed that when I was using, I think I was using Dial, and I noticed that there was like a white cast, so I had to do extra work in order to get rid of that white cast. So yeah, you want to make sure that it's transparent soap, and the pears one is the one that I see the most. So yeah, you're definitely gonna need some soap. Of course, you're gonna need some Got To Be. You're gonna need the black bottle Got To Be, and then you're also going to need a concealer of your choice, and a brow pencil and a spoolie. The brow pencil that I use is by L'Oreal, and it is their Brow Stylist Definer in the color brunette, and this is what it looks like. So first things first, you're gonna want to make sure your eyebrows are nice and you know, shaped up, or whatever how you like them. Everybody has a different eyebrow shape. Everybody has a different way that they like their eyebrows to look. So however you like your eyebrows to look, that's how you want to you know, go ahead and shape them up. As you can see, this eyebrow is like, this is my good eyebrow, and this is my eyebrow that needs like work. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and get your pear soap, or whatever transparent soap you have. You're literally just gonna spray it or put water on it. Not that much, just like a spray, or enough to kind of get it, you know, get it a little moist. Now here is the part that's gonna pretty much shape your brow. So what I do with the brow first is I go ahead and mold it into the shape that I like. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and take the spoolie part of the eyebrow pencil. If you don't like eyebrow pencils, you can use powder, you can use pomade, whatever you want to use, you can use, but you're definitely going to need a spoolie regardless. So you're going to take the your spoolie, and you're going to pretty much just rub it in the rub it into the bar soap until it kind of gets all this buildup. Hold on. Until it gets this buildup like this right here. And then what you're gonna do is, you don't want all that buildup on it, so you're just gonna kind of wipe it off a little bit. Okay, you see how it's the reminiscences right here? Don't mind like this red spot right here. I had a dry patch and I kind of like exfoliated it off, and now it's just really sore and red, but you know, that'll be gone soon. So what you're gonna do is, I'm gonna take the spoolie and I'm just gonna run the product, the soap rather, into the brow, and you're gonna want to go up, and then once you get to like a third of the way, you're gonna go up and then kind of curve it. I don't know if I'm making sense when I say that, but I'm gonna show you again. So you're gonna gather the lather or whatever, and the reason why I use soap is because once the soap kind of dries, it hardens and it leaves the brow with this really kind of full spiky-ish look, and that's what you want in order for your brows to kind of look more full without doing the extra work. So as you can see, you see how this brow is kinda already, not kinda, but it's already forming? That's exactly what you want. So however you usually like your brows, if you like them a little less wild looking, you know, however you usually like your brow shape, that's how you would go ahead and do the damn thing. So as you can see, this is pretty much how the brow is going to be shaped. I'm actually going to go ahead and clean up this part right here. I want it to be a nice clean line. So I'm just gonna take my tweezers and I'm gonna just clean up this little section right here. You wanna work really quickly when you are working with the soap part of this, because the soap will dry down pretty quickly, and then it'll be a lot more difficult for you to get the shape that you want. But this is the shape that I want, and so this is the shape that this is the shape that I'm happy with right here. Okay, looking good. All right. Now for the fun part. So now we're gonna take the Gots to Be, and we're gonna take the smallest amount, y'all, like the smallest amount. This is gonna be enough for both my brows. And we're gonna take that same spoolie, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of run it through the front of the brow. And the reason why we're gonna use this as well is because when you use the soap, it makes the brow a lot more flat. So what the Gots to Be kind of does is re-moistens the soap and allows you to kind of maneuver the front of your brow to look a little bit more feathered out. And then you're just gonna kind of lightly run it through the rest of the brow. So what this does is it takes care of that white cast I was telling you about. Even though the transparent soap doesn't, you know, give you that much of a white cast, it takes care of, like, you know, the suds, I guess, from the soap, and that is what gives your brow that it gives your brow that fluffy look without looking too filled in or too molded or anything like that. So this is what your brow should look like now. So now we're gonna work on like the problematic brow. So once again, I'm gonna show you again. You're gonna take a little bit of water. You're gonna rub the spoolie into the water soap method, or you're just gonna rub it until it gets like a little lather. Just a little lather. You don't want it to look like it's soaping, you know what I'm saying? You just want to kind of get the soap to have like a consistency of a wax. See if you can see it a little bit better if I do this. Yeah, perfect. So you're just gonna make sure it has like the consistency of a wax, just like that. And then you're gonna just rub off the excess, because you don't want all of that on your brow. You do not want all of that on your brow at all. You just want a little bit of it. Your brows don't need all of that. So once again, you're gonna roll the product into the brow, and you're gonna push it up, and then once you get a third of the way, you're gonna push it over. And this, when you do this technique, it makes it a lot, when I do this technique, if I'm not recording, I'm moving like super fast. Like this video is already 12 minutes long, and it do not take me 12 minutes to do my brows. But because I'm trying to be like super detailed for you guys, I want to make sure that you know, you get it and you understand it, so that you guys can, you know, get the same look. So as you can see now, instantly that this brow looks thicker. You know what I'm saying? Like instantly this brow looks a lot thicker than it did before, and that's because I'm pretty much pushing the product up and over into itself so that it looks a lot fuller, and all the hairs are kind of like, now you can see all the hairs, you know what I mean? So again, we're gonna take the Gots to Be that I put on the back of my hand. We're gonna dab it into the spoolie, and we're going to feather out the front, and then, you know, go into the rest of the brow so that it can pretty much set it in place without setting it with the white, with the you know, lathery cast or whatever. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our pencil and we're going to, okay, so let me tell y'all real quick. Y'all know how when people usually do eyebrow tutorials, they tell you, you know, small strokes and go in the shape of, you know, with the shape of your brow. And I've never actually seen anyone do that. I usually see them, you know, kind of draw it on, boom, boom, and then, you know, the top, boom, boom, and then, you know, fill it in. I've never actually seen anybody do the small strokes, but with this particular method, you definitely want to do it that way, because if you make straight lines, it's going to be super noticeable. So what I mean when I say that is you're going to want to go into the direction that your brows grow in. So as you can see, my brows are going up and then they're coming over. So what you want to do is any spot that you want to fill in, you're gonna have to like go all the way into the brow. I hope I'm making sense, but I hope that me actually showing you is helpful enough. But let me move my scarf a little bit. So like I said, again, you're just gonna take the brow pencil and you're gonna small stroke it. Small strokes in the direction that the brow's going. And I noticed that also doing it this way makes the brow look a lot more, a lot less rather drawn on. You know what I mean? So like I said, we're just going to kinda do that. And then when as far as the front goes, I don't really fill in the front too much. All I do is do a couple of like little strokes like that. Just something so that the front doesn't look so sparse if it is sparse if it is sparse. And yeah, so when we get to the top of the brow, we're just gonna kinda match it up with the rest. I don't, like I said, I don't draw it. I'm just, you know, small strokes until the brow is pretty much filled in. Like you don't see me doing this. You see me doing small strokes and it kind of connects itself on its own. I hope I'm making sense, y'all. I really do. But if I'm not, hopefully you seeing me do it is good enough. And so as you can see now, you have a pretty filled in brow. So now I'm gonna show you guys again on this brow, just so that you guys can see kind of how to fix like the fucked up brow. concealer right here, and I mix it in with my foundation because I don't like a super bright under eye. I never did. I never really got that trend. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. I use a little bit of a lighter concealer, and then I use my foundation color, and that's the color that I put underneath my brows. It's light enough where you can kind of see it, but it's not a super bright under eye. So we're gonna take whatever concealer you like, whatever concealer you have, and we're going to take a flat brush. This is by Jessup, and I did a review on these brushes like 4 years ago. I don't think it's even on my channel anymore. I think I took it down, but these brushes were from AliExpress. I think I paid like $12 for a set of like 15 or 20 or something like that. Like, super cheap brush. I've had this shit for years, and it's shit is stronger than ever. And yeah, it's just a regular concealer brush that over time has flattened, and that is why it is perfect for eyebrows. So what I do is I use most of the excess in this area before I go straight in trying to conceal, just because when you have a lot of product on your brush and you go in and try to conceal, it's a lot harder to blend down. So we're not gonna start in the very front. We're gonna start in like a third of the way, like we've been doing, y'all. Starting a third of the way, and we're just going to go ahead and start concealing the brow. And yeah, I feel like this is like a super important step, because this is what makes the brow look this is what makes the brow look put together, the concealer. And then we're just gonna take whatever's kind of left over and, you know, bring it to the front. Okay, you're just gonna get some type of blending brush or whatever, and you're literally just going to blend it downwards. And then when you get to the very front, you're gonna almost push the product into the very front, and that's what's gonna give you that like faded look without looking like, you know how brows be looking. I don't even gotta explain it. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Go ahead and do the top of your brow. What I suggest is not adding any more product on your brush, and just kind of dragging the tip of that product. You see how that instantly cleaned it up? I didn't add any more product on there. I just used what I had, and I kind of just ran the tip of the brush onto the arch of the brow, and that instantly cleans up the brow. See? They call me Mrs. Goodbrow. They don't call me that. I'm just kidding. That is the brows, y'all. So usually I would go ahead and do the rest of my face, and then you know, everything would come together. But I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not doing my face just to fucking sit here. Like, I love y'all, but nah. I ain't that. That's not my scene. So the final step is once my entire makeup is done, I go ahead and I spray my face with my my setting spray or my refresher spray, whatever have you, and that's what kind of lets the brows wets the brows a little bit so that they kind of come back to life. So I'm gonna use some of my Mario Badescu spray, and I'm just gonna spray my brows so that you guys can kind of see what I mean when I say it kind of brings the brows back. See what I mean? I don't know if you could tell the difference, but I can tell the difference. It pretty much takes away the dullness that befell the brows when adding all that powder and all that product on it. Okay guys, so that is all that I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because y'all, I've been looking at my analytics lately and I don't know if it's because of YouTube's algorithm or whatever this shit be happening, but you know, my subscribers are not seeing my videos, or they're not watching my videos, and a lot of my views are actually coming from people that are not subscribed. So if you're watching this, why aren't you subscribed? And if you're subscribed, why aren't you watching this? Like, come on, let's get this show on the road. I'm on the road to 10K this year. That is all that I have for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next video, I will see you guys later.